Hello, my name is Fiona Stanton from Papercraft, and today I want to show you some more projects with the Wonderful Romance bundle, mainly using the dies because I realised I hadn't actually used this long die on anything. I think I had cut it out as for a sample. I haven't got quite got it right, but now I've figured it out, so I thought I'd show you what I've been doing with it. So this is the card we're going to make today. So it's using the Wonderful Romance dies and the Floral Romance papers, but we're using the stamp set from the Amazing Life stamp set, the stamps from there, because that's what my next class is going to be using. So I needed some inspiration. I don't know whether we'll do this card, but we'll do something similar. And also I thought I'd add in, I'll put it here actually, the lovely floral dynamic embossing folder. So that's from the annual catalogue. That was the Love What You Do bundle, I think. Came out last May. But it's in the annual catalogue, so that's a nice little die. I thought the embossing folder I'd use with it. Right, so first off, let's get our die cutting done. I'll try and get this as straight as I can. Let me just get that. Get my plates on board. I've got new plates. Woohoo! I don't like using new plates because then it means you mark them. Right, so I'm going to start off by cutting it like this. Now I will tape it down a little. You have to use your eye to make sure you kind of got it reasonably straight, and that's why I'm going to tape it down a little. Always tape onto your waist, just in case the tape is pretty strong, this tape. I don't want to take away any of the detail. Right, so that's that. Let's get my plate on top. Now I know, because obviously I've done this a couple of times, that it's going to be a bit difficult to cut it if it's not on. Let me just move that out. I just jigged that. I didn't mean to move the whole thing. I know, because like I said, I have done this a couple of times, that it's not going to cut very well this way, because we put the die straight in, you know, long edge, it's got all that detail to try and cut out. It's at the end. It's not going to cut very well. I know that. So let's take it back through. And I'll show you what I mean. This is my big shot, so I know it's not die cut very well. So what I am going to do, if I can lift this up without ruining anything. So I'm just going to fold my card in half. I should have put the scoring line first, shouldn't I? There we go. So that's in half. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap this around my base plate. Get the right one. Okay, like that. So then I can put this in the short edge first, and I find that it cuts better when it's kind of going in vertically rather than horizontally. I'm going to run it through backwards and forwards. Now each machine is different. Your Big Shot might not do this, or whatever cutting machine you've got. These are all Stampin' Up! Use Sizzix to manufacture the dies, so what they will go through any see, now look at that, absolutely perfect. Obviously there's bits in there which I can get out later. Obviously there is a slight crease there, but you can sort that out, that's not a problem. That's going to be covered with paper. Obviously make sure your plates are clean, that's always my error, I don't clean my plates properly. So that is that bit done. So now let's emboss this detail. So I don't need that for this. Just need a top plate. It's one of the thick embossing folders. So I just need a top plate and the base of my Big Shot. Obviously, like I said, you know your machine. You know what will work for your machine. So this card stock is Pear Pizzazz. So let's just run that through. You always run it through with the folded edge first. don't try and run it through with the open end first. Always run it through with the closed end. There you go. So that's that bit done. Now I've got a bit of stamping and die cutting to do. Let me just move this out of the way, then we'll finish the die cutting off once I've done the stamping. So I know this designer series paper is Pear Pizzazz, but I'm going to use Soft Sea Foam and Granny Apple because I think they complement the Pear Pizzazz quite well. So I'll just stick that one there. Good luck. And then take that off. So these are stamps from The Amazing Life. And that one can go down here. The Amazing Life stamp set. And that comes in a bundle with these rectangular stitched dies, which I love actually. They're really nice dies. These are going to be so useful. Because they stitch, I don't know whether you can see on here, they stitch around the waist as well as the die cut itself, which makes it very, very useful. Now this one is a bit of a tight one. I'm going to knock off the top of the loop. Oh, in fact I'm not going to do anything because it's going to come off. Now I've done all my die cutting. So yes, I need to make sure I clean my my plates properly, and then I won't. I don't know how that's lined up now. No, that's fine. So yes, so it does give you stitch detail around the actual die cut, but it also gives you stitch detail around the waist as well, which means you can layer two up and to make a frame. By that I mean you could if these aren't the same size, but you know, you could have one. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So if you layer them up, then you can create a frame with stitched edging around both the outer of the frame and the inside of the frame, and it gives a lovely effect. It's great for shaker cards like that as well. Let me take those out the way. Take that out the way. I'm just going to colour in the luck with my Stampin' marker. This is an Old Olive, so I'm using all the greens, but they all kind of are quite tonal together. So I do think it works. But obviously if you wanted to, you could stick to just using Pear Pizzazz. I mean, I guess if I thought about this properly, because I've put purple flowers on there. Oh, the light's suddenly gone. The sun's gone behind a cloud. I can't see anything. So I've put some of the purple flowers from the Wonderful Romance bundle, which I've already stamped out and die cut, and I've dropped on the floor because I didn't think you really want me to be seeing me fussing around die cutting flowers, because they were quite annoying actually. You can see. I guess I should have done those like green clover, shouldn't I? Right, okay. Let's get sticking. All we're going to do now is stick all this together. So I've already cut out my mat in Pear Pizzazz, and then my designer series paper, the Floral Romance. So let's just layer those two up. So I think I did that so the mat is 2.5 inches, So therefore the designer series paper is 2 inches and 3/8 wide, and that should fit quite nicely there. And this is where you find out whether you cut, how straight you cut your die, but that's okay. That's okay, that's fine. So let me just stick my good luck inside here. So the cardstock I've used on these bits is soft seafoam. The ink was Granny Apple ink, and the Stampin' marker was Old Olive. No, I didn't want to use glue on that. Fiona, you're not paying attention. So I'm just using my mini dimensionals here. Oh. Stay. Sliding around on the glue. These mini dimensionals are really handy. Great for doing small things like this and getting all over you. It's nice that they've got the 2 sizes now. So that just goes in there. Move that over here. You can probably see that better. Here's my embossed flower that will go on the other side. So it just means you need to write your message on this side, but because you've got that die cut element at the front, I thought it'd be quite nice to have a little embossed image on that side, so you can just write your message there and just think it looks nice. And then I've got my 3 tiddly flowers. So again, I'm just going to put a mini dimensional on these. And I suppose I should be putting a gem in the middle, but hey ho, who's got time for things like that? So you could put a basic gem or pearl in the middle of the flower. I might do that. What have I got? Actually, what I could have done, which I forgot about, is I had embellishments from this kit. Floral Romance bundle has some flower elements in it, but never mind. Flower gems. Forgot all about that, but hey ho, we've got our own flowers there. So those are the 2 cards. I believe new nice good luck card. Like I said, thinking about March, you got St. Patrick's Day, so I could have done it in green with clover instead of the purple flowers. Could have done green flowers for that, and you know, works well with the good luck as well. There you go. So those is using the lattice long die there. And I'm just going to show you this quick card as well. It's a nice little romantic card, and then what I've done there is I've cut it out completely and then adhered it to the back of this designer series paper to create a kind of a horizontal effect with it, and then added the sentiment over the top there. So that's quite nice. I don't know if you can see behind, I've got some of the vellum that comes in this Floral Romance 12x12 card paper pack. It is a speciality one, it's £13.50, but you do get 8 sheets of vellum in 2 designs, as well as, 6 sheets of vellum in 2 designs, and then 6 sheets of designer series paper in 2 designs, and they're double-sided designer series paper. Obviously the vellum isn't. These are the cards I was just showing you, what we made today and the other one. I hope you enjoyed today's video. My name is Fiona Stanton from Papercraft. Thank you very much for watching.